Welcome to the Dragons Not Included podcast, an actual play tabletop role-playing game podcast where we will be playing Pathfinder 1st Edition, published by Paizo. They're currently on a 2nd edition version of the game. Links to find those will be in the show notes. As for the campaign, we're going to be playing an adventure path that I've really wanted to run for quite a while now, called Wrath of the Righteous. But I'd like you all to keep in mind that this will be our version of Wrath of the Righteous, so things might change based on what the characters do. I'll probably add in a few more things to work on what they want. This is also an excuse for any rules mistakes we make. So, let's introduce our cast. My name is Stephen. I've been playing tabletop role-playing games for about 5 years now. I mainly play Pathfinder, Starfinder, D&D, played some Cyberpunk 2020, some Doctor Who, and lots of other weird D6 systems. Pathfinder is still my favourite, though. I'm currently running a game of Rise of the Runelords and a game of Hell's Rebels for my friends at home. Any of you that are listening to the podcast, just know that you guys are awesome.
I'm Joe, and Stephen just called me awesome, so that's great. I have been playing for 10, 12-ish years. Started on 3.5 edition, well, technically basic edition, if you count that one game where I got thrown into a pit and we didn't have a rope and I just died. But apart from that, I've been doing quite well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes.
Oh, well, hello, I'm David. I've been playing role-playing games in general for about 3 years, so feeling like a little bit of a pleb amongst these people who've actually been doing it for a good while. I've played mostly Pathfinder, a little bit of D&D, and I am in Stephen's Starfinder game. That's pretty much the summation of everything I've ever done. Just like in my life, there's nothing else worth noting.
Well, after that joyous introduction, hello, I'm Rowan. I've been playing about 3 years, again, mostly Pathfinder. Pathfinder's the first system that I started on. Stephen also called me awesome, and I'm very happy about that because Stephen's not usually very nice to me, you see.
Oh, that's true. Slander.
And yeah, I've played mostly Pathfinder, a bit of Starfinder. I've DM'd once myself, but I much prefer being a player, and I'm very excited to be in this game.
Hello, my name's Dan. I feel like the old man here because I've been playing games roughly between 15 to 18 years now.
Ooh.
I have run and played far more games than any human should probably do. I'm very excited to be here. Pathfinder is not a game I've actually had a lot of opportunity to play, so I will be forgetting every possible rule at every possible situation. But I'll be here to entertain you at least.
Hell yeah, just like normal, we all forget.
Oh god, yeah, I am notorious for that.
So in summation, old man yells at D20.
Why?
Yeah.
This is one of these adventure paths that's been on the back burner for me. I'm really looking forward to running it. And so much so, new dice.
Ooh, new dice. Fancy.
I love it's Q Workshop. They do the best dice. I got you some for your birthday, I think, Joe, the Hell's Rebels ones.
Yes,
Hang
so
on.
beautiful. I've got them right in front of me right now, actually.
Hashtag not spawn.
But Q Dice, if you do want to sponsor us, please reach out.
Oh no, I'll just show them. Anyway, they're really nice. Like, I got some dice that had, I think I had like an extra D8 instead of a D10, and they just sent me a bunch of dice. I thought, that's nice of them.
And if anyone does want to sponsor us, just contact us. We're not picky. If you are a bar in the middle of Sweden, we're here for you.
Cue all of the Swedish bar sponsorships rolling in.
Hell yeah.
Well, now that's out of the way, roll credits.
Credits.
At the dawn of the Age of Lost Omens, a terrible abyssal rift opened on the face of Golarion, which became known as the World Wound. In response, the Church of Iomedae called a crusade to combat the demonic forces and aided the kingdom of Mendev and Sarkoris in pushing back the borders of the World Wound. When a second wave of demons erupted from the World Wound and decimated the kingdom of Sarkoris, The Second Crusade was unable to save the besieged kingdom. Instead, they created the Wardstones to contain the demonic horde. Decades of corruption and the horrors of the World Wound weighed heavily on the crusading armies, and when the Third Crusade was called, it was consumed by infighting and self-destructive witch hunts, and collapsed under its own corrupt weight. As the power of the World Wound grew, it attracted the attention of the powerful Baelor, Coramzade, who succeeded in cracking the Wardstone of Kenabris. The Fourth and longest crusade was called in response, but now it has ended from exhaustion and low morale. With the Fifth Crusade on the horizon, the only thing protecting Golarion from the forces of the World Wound is the Wrath of the Righteous. Our story begins in the year 4713 Absalom Reckoning, in the Mendivian city of Kenabris. It is the city of glory, but not one of spotless virtue, home to hundreds of glorious crusaders from all over Golarion, but darkened by a history of witch hunts and dogma. Though with the Wardstones holding back the horrors of the Whirlwind, its citizens live in relative safety and happiness. Today is a holy day for the goddess of Iomede's faithful and all of the citizens of Kenabris, the festival of Armas. It is traditionally a day where crusaders and scholars come together and train the common folk in the ways of fighting demons, though in more recent years it has evolved to include jousts, duels, and displays of magical prowess. And with this we move to the bustling crowds gathered in the shade of the Cathedral of St. Cledwell. Small tents and market stalls are set up, and in one tent, a man stands, slightly rotund, a thick bristly moustache, a parchment in his hand, going, "Those of you for the joust, step forward, yes! You, good sir, you look like you have a strong arm that could take the head off of a Babel in one clean swing." And he points to a man standing in the crowd. Eldon, would you like to introduce your character?
Oh, fantastic. Yes, 'tis I, Eldon Aegis. Eldon is a relatively young and healthy-looking man of tall and grand stature. He has blonde hair and blue eyes. His hair is cut to a short, almost sort of a military crop. And it's very clear from the way he carries himself and also the huge-ass crest that he wears on his tabard that he is a devout follower of Iomedae. Who, me?
Yes, you, step forward. I bet you would be a well-chanced winner in our tournament coming up today. The young faithful of Iomedae will often prove themselves on this before they prove themselves in the Crusade.
A tournament? A chance to prove myself? How wonderful! I would love to assign myself to such a task.
Please just sign up here, and we'll call you out later. And he offers you the scroll of parchment.
Eldon literally just walks up so quickly, takes that parchment, and signs anything he needs to sign.
Ah, very good, very good. Is there anybody else among you who would like to get into the joust? And a woman pushes her way forward towards him through the crowd. Istra, would you like to describe your character?
So, Istra is I'd say fairly tall. I mean, 5'8". Compared to me, she's definitely tall. Definitely human, 100% human. Nothing about her looks non-human. The horn she's wearing is clearly part of a headband that she's wearing, and I don't know why you'd ever confuse them for part of her body. She has deep red hair, fairly tan skin, and she's quite muscular. And she's also, I imagine, standing out quite a bit, considering the fact she's covered in furs and leathers. And she's pushing her way forward through the crowd and going, "Jousting, fighting? Is this... Can I just write my name? Can I do this?"
Oh, a Khaled, I see. Well, yes, sign up, sign up. It's great to see Mendevian steel face the tribal might of the Khalids. This will be a very interesting battle indeed. Please, just sign right here.
She'll push Eldon aside and immediately write her name in a very rough scrawl. "Well, here's to meeting you later. I can't wait to crush you in the heat of battle."
Okay. Wonderful.
She'll give you a slap on the back and then walk off.
Ow.
And putting this scene aside, we pan over now to a busy library. Scholars and priests stand about, bustling, arguing and debating the knowledge of the outer planes and the correct combination of prayers and blessings to keep demons at bay. And amongst this bustling crowd, listening intently and adding his own spin every now and then, a dwarven man. Hans, would you like to describe your character?
Oh, hello. My name is Han. I'm a very simple dwarf. I like simple, but I do wear a nice hat. I have a nice robe that's made of some very fine gold lining with some bright orange in it. And I have a very beautiful symbol of a lesser-known god, Drangvit, around my neck. These other scholars are quite lovely and wonderful to let me sit and talk.
Being the observant sort, Hans, you are just listening intently, happily enjoying conversation, but you do notice that someone sort of on the edge, the periphery of this group, not really talking and joining in, but intently listening. You don't really clock them as anything out of the ordinary, but you have your eye on them. Scrutiny, would you like to describe your character?
Scrutiny lays against a bookshelf, an ear pricked, ready to listen in on this conversation. His crimson skin and black-combed hair flows with the curvature of his horns. His yellow eyes dart from place to place, and a sharp-chinned, slender body lies somewhat relaxed, bulked out by an elaborate coat that, though well cared for, has evidently been exposed to the elements. A pointed tail, though, sways from side to side, like a cat on alert.
Yeah, you've been here, sir, a few minutes now, just keeping an eye on things in the way you like to do scrutiny. But as the conversation draws on, the bells of the Temple of St. Cladwell ring out, marking noon, the time for the Armas festival to begin. And as the group starts shuffling out, Hans, you are unfortunately bumped over into this tiefling fellow.
But I'm so sorry.
Before you can trip, you're caught by someone.
Oh, hello.
A tall humanoid woman with beautiful features, bright blue glistening eyes, long flowing silver hair. You should be careful there, citizen. You could have fallen.
Thank you, madam.
Now please, you and your friends should continue to the festival.
Oh, of course.
I'd watch your step, dwarf.
Thank you, madam. I'm so sorry, my tiefling friend. My name's Han, by the way. Yourself?
Scrutiny.
It's a interesting name. What would you care for a drink? Enjoy the thing.
I could do with some companionship today. Very well.
Wonderful. I do have a light for a pipe. So I pull out a big-ass pipe.
The bustling crowds gathered in Clipwell Plaza fall quiet as an aged inquisitor clad in shining, resplendent armor, emblazoned with the holy symbol of Iomedae, takes the stage in front of the cathedral. Lord Herlan, the leader of Canabres, has arrived to give his blessings for the festival. He looks over the assembled populace of Canabres and clears his throat. But before he has the chance to speak, a bright light shines from the west, as if the sun was rising from the wrong direction, casting a distorted shadow of Herlan across the cathedral's face. The light is so bright you have to move your hands to cover your eyes from the glare. A moment later, the sound of a thunderous explosion echoes through the air and earth, along with a violent tremor almost knocking all of you to your feet. As you catch yourselves, the glare subsides and you look to the west. The fortress known as the Kite, the location of Canabres' wardstone, has vanished. In its place, a brilliant plume of red fire, lightning, and smoke erupts into the heavens. Standing away from the crowd, you see the beautiful silver-haired woman from earlier. She looks at the sky and lets out a powerful roar. Moments later, she rises from the crowd in her true form, as Canabres' greatest guardian, the ancient silver dragon, Terendelev. Descending from above, another form appears, as nightmarish as the dragon's was breathtaking. Humanoid shape 3 times the size of any man, with skin coated in fire and lightning, gripping a flaming sword in one hand and a flaming whip in the other. Koramzade, the Storm King of the Whirlpool, has come to Kenabres. He looks down and proclaims, Kenabres, this is your reckoning. He swings his flaming whip into the crowd, cutting down a dozen fleeing citizens in one fell sweep. The flames burn so powerfully, you can feel the blistering heat from where you stand. With another tremendous roar, Terendalev leaps at the Storm King. As the dragon and Baelor Lord crash above, the ground continues to shake. Fissures start to open in the earth below you, disgorging a demonic horde on the streets of Kenabres. Eldon, before your eyes, you see horned skeletal figures wielding wicked spears crawl up from beneath the surface, each covered in a slimy blood-red ichor, causing the ground to sizzle and corrode as it drips from their bodies. Civilians fall one by one on their spears as they begin to advance.
Great Inheritor! Everyone, run for the gates! As Eldon draws his longsword and shield and readies to mount whatever pitiful defense he can.
Hans, you're thrown from your feet by the periphery of an arcane shockwave. The unfortunate souls closer to the blast than yourself are turned to gory viscera in an instant. A hulking, corpulent humanoid figure with the head of a boar watches over the grisly scene and laughs.
Oh no, such a fascinating side of history, and think I'm on the front lines, he says, pulling out a quill and some paper, and starts making notes, looking around.
Oh, dear.
It's amazing. No other dwarf has been this close to hell. And lived. He says that looking actually kind of concerned at that point. Oh, right, I'm near the front. Oh dear.
Istra. Rubble pelts down on you as a huge demon bursts through the street you're standing on. It stands almost 18 feet tall with 4 arms, 2 of which it holds tightly to its chest, and 2 that end in massive pincers. It lifts its horned head to the sky and shrieks before moving to tear down the fleeing masses, swinging its claws through crowds of people and laughing.
As she draws her heavy shield and her scimitar and says, "You're going to wish you never did that. You can't just come in here. We were having a nice time. You can't just kill everyone. In Gorham's name, I'm going to make you pay."
Scrutiny. You look to the sky and see the Baelor cut deep into Terendalev's body, swooping down to strike the dragon and arresting her charge. Both exchange powerful blows, but it is clear that Coram's aid is more than a match for Kenembris' defender. The titanic duo begins spiraling downwards towards the crowd.
I shout to the crowd, "Everyone, run as far as you can!"
The sight of the dragon smashing into the facade of the Cathedral of St. Clidwell is one you'll never ever forget. Before you have a chance to react, the ground begins to tremble even more violently as a titanic demon with a bear-like head and powerful insectoid limbs erupts at the far end of the plaza, reducing several buildings to ruins as it smashes into this world. The rift it caused creates the plaza to fracture. Impossible to escape the collapse, you feel the ground open beneath your feet, angling away into darkness. Even as you begin to tumble down, the dragon, lying on the floor defeated, flaming whip around her neck, notices your plight. Though she has death standing over her, she stares at you with sorrowful eyes, and with her final act, she utters a few arcane words, and stretches out a bleeding talon towards you. You feel her magic take hold of you, slowing your plummet into the darkness as if you were feathers falling into a pit. The last thing you see is the Storm King standing over the ancient silver dragon, his sword lashing out and cleaving full through her neck, before your visions fade to black, and the Baelor's laugh echoing from your mind.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Pause for golf clap.
Good job.
I
Hell
am
yeah.
into this.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I feel like I'm going to die very violently at some point.
Oh, welcome to Wrath of the Righteous, everyone.
If you don't
So-
die at least once in the campaign and then get resurrected, then have you really played?
Can I consider maybe the only person who's going to be able to resurrect in our party?
It'll be
Don't
funny.
like that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me quickly check Paladin spell list. I don't think I get resurrection. It's fine. If Eldon dies, I have a backup character who's much meaner.
Oh no.
Oh no, I like Eldon. He's our precious boy.
I've
Barbarian gunslinger.
No nice. I'm not even
Okay.
imagining how he fires him. He's just throwing the guns.
Yeah,
at them.
exactly.
He's a barbarian gunflinger.
Never said I knew how to use a gun, but I sure as hell know how to throw them.
Darkness surrounds you. As you slowly come to, your mind ringing and echoing, dirt crumbling from the ceiling above you, cold stone against your back. Eldon, you awaken.
What on earth? Eldon does a quick scan of the room just to see. Well, he tries to get up first, but he does a quick scan of the room to see what he can
You
see.
sort of get to your feet, dirt and rubble falling to the floor. It's pitch black, you can't see anything down here. And you hear other movement in the stone around you as people start to awake.
Eldon reaches into his backpack and pulls out a torch. Lights it via whatever method we have.
Istra, you see a bright light shining towards you. As you wake up, you clear the debris from your face and burst through this pile of rubble you had fallen under.
Well, that was not how I expected today to go. Oh, you, hello again.
Oh. Are you alright? Are you injured?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry about we're not gonna have the duel. It would have been really great, but
I think there are other matters to attend to.
yeah.
Eldon's gonna sort of wave the torch around, see if he can spot any other survivors in the rubble.
As you your eyes adjust to the light, you see other stirrings throughout this rubble and debris. Unfortunately, though, as the light shines on, you see a wall of just collapsed stone ahead of you, but it's filled with bodies, as well as it was bricks and mortar and rough earth.
By the light of the sword.
A large stone block has fallen, and you see someone moving, pinned underneath it.
Okay. Eldon's gonna move immediately to try and help.
Yeah.
While this is happening, scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
You are fallen on your front. You just roll over. Oh, everything aches, but you're not that damaged from the fall at all. It looks like the dragon's magic must have protected you. You see a light glimmering further down to the cavern where you find yourself. As a familiar-looking dwarf, bits of rubble in his beard, he pulls himself up a large pile of rubble next to you.
Well, that was quite surprising, wasn't it? Ooh, where's my note?
Well, I'll say. Hans, was it?
Oh, yes, and scrutiny, was it?
Yes.
Well,
Where in the abyss are we?
Well, let's just have a quick look around. I can see a light down there, but what else is around us?
You see another more piles around you. Please, someone help! I can't breathe. This is on top of me.
There's a poor fool over there under a rock. Come on, Scrutiny, we must go and try and help the boy.
Very well.
A detail that I did miss earlier but may come up now while we're in underground is Hans has very bright orange eyes. Like, vivid orange.
Brilliant. Weird.
Okay. We'll cut back to Eldon and Istra. You move over to this large stone block, and a human woman is pinned under it, under her leg. She's wearing sort of rough, torn leather armor. She's covered in scrapes and bruises. She must have been protected from the dragon's magic like the rest of you were, but maybe not as much as you two were. Thank God. There's someone here down with me.
Istra is immediately trying to push the rock off of her.
The two of you can work together, and you just push the stone block off her leg. Oh, that's better.
Your leg's not looking fantastic.
It's okay. I'll be fine. I just need some help up.
She'll help
Not to
her up.
worry.
You help.
Ooh.
Oh,
She just collapses to the floor again. I think it's broken.
okay. Well, yeah, we're not doing that again.
Can I do a check to see if it's broken?
Make a heal check, please.
Okay, let's see how this goes. That's a 19 on the dice, plus 3, that's a 22.
Oh yeah, her leg is just completely broken. Even with healing magic, you'd be able to get rid of the scarring and lower the pain, but this is beyond low-level healing.
Okay.
You knight-looking guy, do you have healing? Anything you can do?
I'm not trained in magic, but I can help. If you just throw your arm over my shoulder, we'll help you out of here.
Oh, okay. As we cut back to Scrutiny and Hans sort of digging your way. Please, it's so dark. I'm so afraid.
Don't worry, young man. We're coming.
As you sort of pull away, you find an elven figure who'd been completely, partially submerged in ruin and rubble. Please, it's so dark. I can't see.
I don't have any lights on me.
Neither do I. I'm terribly sorry. If you take my can you get up? Are you all right?
Yes, sir. I think I can get up. Yes.
Okay, then if you take my hand.
Yes. Oh, that
Excellent.
wounded me.
Yes, it was here. Well, we seem to have made quite a distance. Never mind. We shall press onwards. If you follow me, then we'll find wherever we are.
Yeah, it's evident for your two with your dark vision. You can see he is extremely injured and wounded. Like, it's a miracle that he's still walking with you. Like, you have to support him because he's just shaking. He's bloodied and swollen everywhere.
Right. Well, there was some light down there.
Yeah, you do see a light source just coming down from this cavern around you.
There is a way out of here, at least out of this area. We'll press onwards and hope for the best. Is that all right?
Yes, I think I can do it. I just need some light.
Well, there's some
Excellent.
light down there, boy. We'll go get it now.
No, I don't see any light. What are you on about?
Oh,
Can I have a look at his eyes?
You take a look at his face. His face is a horrific mass of burns and slashes. His eyes have been completely destroyed. There's nothing but empty, bleeding sockets where they used to be, but they've been cauterized immediately by heat. I remember the Balor. His whip swung into the crowd. I was caught by it, but I think I'm fine.
I was about to say, I think I remember elves having dark vision, so that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. Trust me. Now, things are going to be difficult. Just trust me, okay?
Make a diplomacy check, please.
Okay, right. Let's have a look. Okay, so, first roll of the game. I am so
Yay.
sorry, everyone.
No.
I have a -1 on my roll.
Oh dear.
Are any of us-
Yeah, ooh.
are any of
Wait,
us
was that your
diplomatic?
total, or was that just my
No, that's I've got a -1 modifier, and I've done a Joe roll, so that's yeah. For context, for everyone who's listening, a Joe roll, not good.
It's fine,
So-
get closer to Eldon, he can solve it.
Yeah, I've rolled a 4 with a -1 mod, so that's a 3.
No, follow me. Just take me to that whatever you see. I believe me, I have experience.
Very well. Come on. We'll go on down, shall we? We must be in the city's catacombs, being this far below.
Or the Darklands.
You start walking towards the light you see, and from another. Is this
Hello?
hell? Have I fallen into the abyss?
No, you're not in the abyss. You're just in catacombs below the city. Hang on.
Help me, I can't go on. Help me, please.
Where are you?
You find sort of a pile of rubble where this voice is emanating from. You start clearing it, and you see a sort of a well-built, portly-looking man, unshaven face. Oh, thank the gods. Oh, I don't know. I can't feel anything. It's so painful. Please.
Sir, you're gonna have to see if you can stand. Are you able to move?
I don't think I could even move.
Let's have a look at you properly and see what's wrong then. Can I have a...
Make a heal check, please.
Shifty roll. Oh, that's a 18 on the dice, so 21.
Ooh, nice, 21. As you're looking over him, he's got a few scrapes and bruises, but other than that, he's miraculously quite fine.
Good at healing buddies.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's taking as much damage as you have from this fall, not so much like the elf you found.
Sir, could you not be a drama queen right now? We have plenty of injured people. Get the hell up.
Injured, and this is the bedside manner you give me? Oh.
No, sir, the bedside manner you're about to get is me and the other 2 people that are going to help you are going to leave unless you get up right now.
Oh. Make a diplomacy check, please, Hans.
Oh, okay. 13.
Oh, fine.
13.
Assist me, I'm getting up.
Alright. Hold out my hand.
He takes it and sort of pulls himself up on you as the 4 of you start walking towards the source of the light. Eldon and Istra, you're sort of carrying this woman, and you see 4 figures moving in the darkness towards you.
Istra, you might have to... sorry, actually, I don't know Istra's name yet. We never introduced. You may have to draw a weapon. Who knows what's down here?
You have a better view in the dark, Istra. You see these 4 sort of humanoid figures stumbling into view as you get into the torchlight. You see a tiefling, a dwarf, an elf, and a human man all walking towards you.
Oh, hello.
They look injured and not like a threat, really. Hello? Anyone? Can you hear us?
Oh, thank goodness, other people survived.
Hail! Are you doing okay over there?
Mostly. We've got an injured woman. Looks like did you say it was a broken leg?
A little bit. A very broken leg, yes.
But I think we are fine other than that.
Couple of scrapes. No, just this one, and... Oh, great armor.
There's a lot of bodies.
So many dead.
Maybe don't look in that direction, and she points in the direction.
Hans will immediately look that direction. Oh, that's a lot of dead bodies. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well,
I told you not to look. Okay,
but they're only just bodies.
we need to get out of here, now, immediately.
You can see a source of light in that direction. Will you follow us in there?
That was
What sort of light is their torch?
Oh, balls.
Yes. Eldon's gonna wave the torch a little around, see if he can see any obvious directions to head.
You notice that you're in this enormous cavern that extends for tens of feet beyond where the light shines.
This is not going to be an easy way out.
This is where the elf pops up. No, we can't do this without a plan. We need to make a plan before moving forward. I'm the most experienced one here. We should sit down, everyone. Let's talk about this. More than we just talk about it. We should just get out of here before it's too late.
I would vote in favor of taking caution. I think we should take account of our resources and the situation, and then move onwards.
This human man just balks at the idea. The longer we stay down here, we're just going to end up trapped forever.
How does that work? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Well, it's more likely he's thinking of the people upstairs. When they arrived, that looked like an invading force. So we may be
fine and dandy right now, but here, give it time. They'll come down.
All right, that's
Right.
not an improper evaluation.
Either way, I don't
However-
think we're exactly going to be moving fast at this point. I mean,
Probably not. With a woman who's got a broken leg,
I'm sorry.
Well, we couldn't see
You have no
any.
need to apologize. It's not like you broke it on purpose.
there's always a pragmatic way to look at things, I'm afraid. The likelihood of them coming down here anytime soon is pretty much nil. The population of the city is quite large, and it will take them time to deal with the people who end up down here. We may have several days before they get that desperate to find us. And that's if they care to find anyone down here.
Well, that's certainly a perspective. Well, we couldn't see a way out from where we came from. How are you two doing? How's this side? Except for the
Aside from the giant
blockage.
pile, nothing to see. Did it seem like a blocked cavern, or was it just a big old pile of rubble?
It's a big old pile of rubble where you are that's blocking this part of the cavern, but the cavern extends outwards from the opposite direction when you guys woke up. It just goes out of your vision.
Maybe worth trying to find a wall and simply following that until we find a way out.
I agree.
This is somehow connected to the city. There's a high chance that either it goes to some crypts or even the ocean. If a way is better than here.
I mean, is everyone okay to move? Like, I don't know how we're going to be able to do this with everyone the way they are.
It's that, or we abandon them, and I choose not to do that.
No, I'm not talking about abandon them. Is there anything we can do for them?
They will
I
need a
might-
stretcher, or at
I'm-
least a brace.
I might be able to construct a splint. I have some rope and some spare torches.
Yes, that might be a good idea.
All right, Eldon is going to get to work making a very haphazard splint.
Yeah, you can take a few minutes. You have training in battlefield medicine. You can just rig up a skit. It's sort of bleeding and broken. The bone is pointing out, but without magical healing, there's not really much you can do about that.
Oh, that's a compound fracture. You're going to have a very awful time. Hopefully there may be a cleric once we get back to the surface. I have faith that the light of Iomade will guide us to a better future.
Ah, the faithful of Iomade. Well, beggars can't be choosers.
All right.
Oh, I don't think
Eldon
now's the
chooses to
time.
ignore that.
Yeah, I think maybe we should just carry on. Let's try this.
I think she's not going to be able to make it. We might just be faster going without her.
Who said that?
Eldon
Yeah,
was
human
very
kind.
serious at that and was like,
Oh yeah.
you don't leave anyone behind.
I think you should shut your mouth. Since you're not injured, why don't you go first? Does that sound nice? I didn't think so. Go at the back, you help her.
No, I shall...
The elf there might be some tactical benefit to this. You four, you seem less injured. The three of us could stand back for a bit. You four should scout ahead, make sure there's no dangers.
Very well, but what if
I'm
you
a
are
little
needing to
bit-
defend yourselves?
Well, one of you should stay behind as a bodyguard. I have some magics, but not many.
I'll stay behind to defend. I have a little battle experience. I'm certain I could protect them if needs be.
Very well, we are splitting our party.
We've already broken the cardinal rule.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Well, if you're sure, and I'm going to go up to Eldon, who I still don't know the name of, and basically just go, not even in a hushed whisper, it's in a very stage whisper. Keep an eye on that rotund human man. I don't trust him.
Eldon will nod. Me either.
That was said loud enough that the human man could also probably
he just
hear it.
just looks at you in disgust and just looks away.
Well, should we?
Onwards
You
we
know-
go, onto new horizons and all that.
Very well.
Can we
Ah.
actually see a wall?
You do see a wall to the right and left of you, just going forward. You don't see a wall, so that's the only real direction you can travel in.
Ah, we have an assigned direction.
Does it slope at all, or is it flat?
Oh, it's pretty flat, this cavern.
I say we follow the right wall.
Actually, sorry, there's something I want to ask. Is it a natural cavern, or is it a constructed one? Is it a architectural?
It does look like a natural cavern, the way it is formed.
Okay, lovely. Oh dear.
Well, dear, you're quite right. Possibly going along the right pole would be better, but the left is the same. Are you capable of seeing in the dark?
Well,
yes.
I can't, as a human, I can't really see very well in the dark.
No, I have a spare torch if you need one. You are just right here. I have a couple of spares.
Bring one of
Yeah,
those,
she'll
dear.
take a torch. Yes, now I can see very well. That has helped me a lot, and I can see very well now. Thank you.
May I make a sense motive check on this?
Yes, of course you can.
Seemed very weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a bluff check.
Let me also do a sense motive because that was.
Why are you
really-
making a bluff check?
really
You're telling
over-
the truth.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely telling the truth. I don't know what
Oh,
you guys are
wow.
on about.
Bit of a Freudian slip there.
I got a 7.
I need yet another Joe roll, so that's 3 + 6, 9.
Okay, Joe's the only one who understands. Yes, I am definitely lying about that.
You see, for a brief moment, a cocked eyebrow, but that is all.
Very well. Because this is the thing with most caverns, they tend to expand out bigger and bigger. The middle path, neither wall, take us right through its center. Any vision that we could spot then would allow us to go in directions. We're on one side, we miss what's on the other.
He makes a
Yeah.
good point.
What was your field of study, dwarf?
Field of study? Oh, everything.
Is this the time?
Oh, we seems
Yeah.
we'll have a bit of a walk ahead of us. Might as well. Oh, by the way, I'm
Right,
Scrutiny.
Okay. I am Istra.
Nice to meet you. I am Han.
Have they left, or are they still stood right next to us?
I assumed we'd
Yeah,
started
yeah.
walking, because if not, she already
Let me
had.
just yell back. I'm Han.
Hans.
Who's Hans? Let's see how long we can go before anyone finds out everyone else's name.
So,
The tiefling, the dwarf, and the definite human continue walking forwards.
so, Istra, what brought you here? The city.
I mean, I heard there was like a festival going on, mostly because I heard like there was a crusade, possibly. And
Those
I don't
do
know.
tend to happen here.
I would just love to kill some demons.
Fascinating.
Why? What about you two? You guys aren't here to kill demons?
No. I'm here for study and research.
And I am a local.
Ah,
Yes, I don't get much choice to live on the edge of the abyss. Wonderful as it is.
yeah, it certainly seems pretty wonderful right now. Anyway, I'm not studying? You're here for studying?
It's a thing where you open books and you read the words inside them.
Of course, I definitely knew what studying was, but like, why?
You know, too many people have wrapped
'cause
their
it's
lives
boring.
in why.
Because you're just sitting there and reading. Don't you want to, get out and do something?
I do. Out, I visit library. I talk to. I walk through caverns in the dark after a massive demonic infiltration of the city, killing its greatest guardian.
Pardon?
But that's what just happened, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose. Sorry, I misheard there.
Yeah, where did that dragon come from? Was there just a dragon in this city?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Well, it's
that
not
happens.
included anymore.
There was a dragon in this city.
And now, deep in the darkest parts of the
First
city,
episode.
they throw the
There was
drum
a
set down
dragon.
the stairs.
I mean, it's still technically in the city.
Its corpse is here.
As they're heading down the cavern, Eldon, you're looking over the 3 survivors you found, and you notice something's glinting in the rubble in the torchlight, here and there, just 4 glimmers that catch your eye.
I'm going to take a closer look.
The closer you get, you see the glimmer is metallic in hue, very silvery. As you get closer, you can dig one out, and it appears to be a large scale.
Oh.
And as you take the scale in your hand, you get a feeling. You feel the dragon's pain and torment and sadness, but you also get another feeling alongside that, of the power of the scale flowing through you, enhancing your blade against evil. And as your sort of mind comes back to reality, you understand the power of the scale.
Hot damn.
You notice that other than this one, there are 3 more glimmering in the rubble. But to our 3 intrepid explorers,
I will collect them carefully, but with cloth this time, so as not to steal their power, I guess.
as you walk forward, you see a horrific shape looming on the edge of your vision. The size of a horse, a bloated black spider.
Hello.
Doesn't seem to be moving, though.
Oh, it's
d-
must
I
be
think
experiencing some sort of paralysis.
you guys
Or-
should stand back.
It's not moving.
She gets the shield out. I'll go stab it.
Very tactful.
Go ahead.
As you get closer, Istra is sort of edging forward. It's still not moving, and you notice it hits your nostrils the smell of death and decay. Make a perception check, please, Istra.
Yep. Oh, that is a 4 and 1 on the dice.
Okay, then. Yeah, you get the sense that the spider has been long dead. It just reeks of rot and decay.
Guys, it's already dead. I don't really want to stab the dead spider. Do you guys still want me to stab it?
What?
I think it's quite alright. If it's already dead, then let's just accept it.
Unfortunately, what you don't see, Istra, is parts of this dead spider just pulsing and blue as 2 huge shapes burst out, the size of a man. These immense, sort of glistening white, greasy maggots burst out of the corpse of the spider.
Ooh.
And
Gross.
let's go to a battle map, shall we?
I think you need to stab those 2.
You guys can't see that.
In that case, good luck.
I will shout back. Oh, not as dead as I thought.
Oh. All right.
Oh, as we're at it, would everyone like to roll initiative for me, please?
Certainly. Let me just... What is my bonus? Oh, I do have a bonus.
I'm rolling terribly today. This stream is cursed.
Today. Oh, and I got my usual Steven initiative roll.
Looks like the maggots go first.
I like how much of you have been playing with me long enough to know what that means.
I got an 18.
An 18 for Eldon.
I got a 12.
12.
I got a 9.
You got a 9.
And I got a 13.
13. So you're going next. Istra. Sorry, which one have you got the 12 and the 9?
I got a 9.
Oh, of course.
Last place in the turn order, where I belong.
You've got the maggots then. So, first up is Eldon, actually. But you don't really know because this is out of the distance of the firelight, so you don't really know what's going on. So we'll just skip you for now.
Okay, I was going to say I have not heard anything. I'm not going to do anything.
Next up, this maggot just starts undulating and pulsing and just squelching across the floor towards you, Istra. As it sort of rises up, it starts pulsing and it disgorges its stomach's contents all over you.
Oh.
Those are all words I don't like.
Gross!
I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please, Istra, as you're covered with the ichor and filth this thing has been feasting on this dead spider.
Oh, that is a 7.
A 7. You're just sickened. You're like, oh god.
Oh, that's quite disgusting.
So what does sicken do?
The sickened condition gives you -2 to all attack rolls and weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks for 1 minute.
Oh,
Ooh, fun.
it's just a -2 on everything.
It's not AC, so that's something.
Oh, that's fair.
And the next maggot's going to wriggle and undulate up to you across the cavern floor. This is going to bite you, Istra. With my nice new Wrath of the Righteous dice. That is a natural 1.
Sucks to be that maggot.
With our rules, we're going to confirm to see if it gets a critical fumble. That is a 7 to hit you, Istra.
That is not going to hit.
So, I've got these fun things called the critical hit and fumble decks. And if you fumble and you confirm the fumble, you have to draw a critical fumble card, and I'll draw one for this maggot. Melee. Critical mistake. The attack hits you and is a critical threat. You must roll to confirm the critical hit.
It might just crit itself to death.
I'll roll against the maggot. That's a 7, so that doesn't crit against the maggot, but the maggot just somehow slips in this ichor the other one made and bites itself, dealing maximum 6 points of damage.
Sucks to be you, a creature that doesn't have eyes.
Okay, next up, Istra.
Oh, gross. Ugh. And she's gonna try to cut the other one in half. Actually, no, she'll cut the one that puked on her in half, because that's gross.
That is pretty gross.
Would you like to make your attack roll, please, Istra?
Yes. Off.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna switch dice, 'cause that was a natural 1 on the dice. I need to know.
Would you like to confirm?
Oh,
That was another natural 1.
Oh, this campaign's taken a great start so far.
This is just how it starts.
Melee, second thoughts. You are sickened for 1d6 rounds.
I mean, it makes sense.
You're just, oh no, I don't want to touch this thing.
It's all gross. Oh, it's the worst.
I've been puked on twice. I'm going to take a 5-foot step backwards, just out of the sick pile, and oh god, back towards the people that I was with.
Okay, Hans, you see this sort of strange sight of maggots throwing up your companion, just, oh.
Oh dear, they seem to have got it all over you. Well, carry on stabbing them, I suppose. I take a 5-foot step back.
What?
Just step back away from them.
Yeah, it's
Fair
disgusting.
enough. Okay.
I'll take some notes from over here. I'm watching you at every possible step. Pulls out his quilt.
Oh dear. Oh.
Scrutiny.
Right. I am a Dane. We could do with your help here. And
What?
I draw my crossbow, and I suppose try and fire.
There's the
Yeah,
one that
so-
threw up over Istra and the one that threw up the one that bit itself. Which one would you like to shoot?
I'd shoot the one that bit itself, so that's a 19.
A 19 will hit. As you aim your crossbow and shoot true.
And that's a 4 on the damage.
You shoot right through its flesh where it explodes from the bite, killing the maggot in one hit.
First kill!
No, the maggot did most of the legwork there.
Hey, it's not it's not the damage you deal, it's who deals the last blow.
True enough. Eldon, you hear a call for help deeper into the cavern.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay very, very careful and safe. I will be back with you in a moment. As I start to head towards them, how far are they away?
That's a very good question. I'd say they're about 60 feet away from you, so if you do nothing but run this turn, you can get up to them.
Yeah, I should be able to... Well, I'm in medium. I can run 80.
Okay, you just start running across this cavern.
I just run, longsword in one hand, torch in the other, right up to where Scrutiny is. Not that I know that name. Oh, gross! Big maggot.
Yep.
Oh, be careful, they puke.
While I'm here, take this scale I pulled from the wall.
I will do that on my turn.
No, it's a free action to pass things, if I remember correctly. I can just do that.
Okay, we'll get to that on your turn, Scrutiny.
Yeah.
The maggot sort of pulsates and undulates towards you, Scrutiny, and once again... Oh no, the other one that threw up, this one can't throw up again, actually. That's my bad. This one's just going to bite you, Scrutiny.
Oh.
Attempt to.
That's a 2 to hit.
2. Let me check. No.
Okay, this one.
Well, I'm gonna try to shake some of it off me. Just as a free action, because that is disgusting. And I'm going to, with the shield in my one hand, use the shield to attack to try and smush it under it. I just like, ugh, kind of thing, you know? Just crush it.
Make an attack roll, please.
Will do. Okay, both of the dice I used rolled a 1 last time, so we'll find out. Okay, that's better. That's an 11 to hit.
An 11 will hit its fleshy, flabby skin.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, a gross creature.
And that is 6 points of squishing damage.
As you squish into the thing, you just pelt it away. It just lets out a horrific sound as you smash into it.
Oh,
Brill.
delightful.
I am both glad and horrified that you called me over here.
Yes?
It's your turn.
Oh, how is it looking? Are you still fighting it?
Yes!
Yes!
Right. Any of you injured?
No.
Very well. This is very lucky.
Scrutiny.
Right, I think I figured out his alignment.
Neutral selfish.
I'm going to make a 5-foot step back and load my crossbow again, just waiting for the next opportunity.
Okay. Eldon.
Alright, Eldon is going to attempt to carve it in twain with his mighty longsword, as Iamade would want. That's an 11 on the dice, so that's a 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit.
Haha! Fantastic! And let's roll this d8. Well, yeah. That's a 7 plus 2 for 9 points of damage.
Oh,
Iamade's blessing in your heart. You swing the sword down, slicing the maggot in two.
Oh, what a disgusting...
Well done, my friend.
Its corpse just leaks foul ichor all around you.
Oh, that's gross.
not more of it.
Eldon's gonna flick the maggot viscera off his longsword. Glad that you called for my assistance. Those were some truly horrendous creatures. Now I shall go back to the wounded.
One thing. What precisely is this that you've handed me?
I found them in the wall. I think Canembris's last offender thought to give us one last blessing. Her scales.
So if you unwrap this cloth scrutiny and you hold the silver scale in your hand, you feel its power coursing through your mind. You get the feeling of the power to change your appearance as you hold this scale, and those who are evil find it harder to detect your true appearance. Unless your mind sort of comes to again, you understand the power of the scale.
Oh.
Here are 2 others. Probably give one to Hans and Istra. Might need them.
Okay.
Just sort of pass the 2 other scales, and then Eldon is going to head back to the injured and the one uninjured.
Fascinating. Let's have a look, then.
So if you unwrap the scale and hold it in front of you, you feel its power just connect through your mind. You sense the spirit of the dragon passing through you as you feel the power of the scale to rise on a cloud far above the ground. And yours, Istra, you sense the power to make yourself resistant to anything electrical or the cold against you. So these are some nice magic items for you.
Yeah.
So the first one is the one Hans is holding, is the power of cloud walking. 3 times per day, you can cast levitate as a spell-like ability. And when you do, you levitate on a cloud that appears underneath you that acts as obscuring mist. Your scrutiny is disguise. 3 times per day, as a standard action, you can cast Alter Self. And while you're under the effect of Alter Self, evil creatures take them. You have a +4 on bluff checks against evil creatures.
Ooh.
Istra, yours is the Scale of Resistance that allows you 3 times per day to cast Resist Energy on yourself, but only against electricity and cold.
Okay.
And Eldon, yours is Sacred Weaponry. 3 times per day as a standard action, you can cast a line weapon, but only to make your weapon lawful or good.
Oh no, the 2 things that he could do. Oh no, that's so unuseful in this campaign where we're definitely fighting lots of evil creatures.
Yes, but this is Terendaleb's last boon to you all.
Okay.
Well, Istra is going to be very useful considering how she definitely doesn't possess cold resistance or fire resistance.
I cannot confirm nor deny that I possess some kind of resistance.
As you head back to the group of survivors, the elf taking charge. What did you find?
Found some maggots. In a spider. Big ones.
Oh dear. The vermin of these caverns are mighty pests. Do you think it's safe to move onwards?
Well, I think it might be safe for us to move slowly as a group more than split up.
Make a diplomacy check.
Sure. Let me just make that roll. That is a 12 on the dice, 20.
Bloody hell!
You seem to know what you're talking about, I agree. I'm going to need eyes to act, but I can help you with my magics.
Okay.
Nebia, so, the woman next to you. Yes, I can... If he helps me walk, I can be his eyes for now. I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I don't think we got an introduction. My name is Anevia Tirabade.
I am Eldon Aegis, of the Church of Iomade. Nice to meet you.
My name is Aravashniel. I somewhat of a scholar, wizard. Not that it matters now.
It's quite all right. I'm sure that your scholarly wiles will serve you well. And you, Eldon turns to the one who has not introduced himself yet.
Yes, my name is Horgus Gwem. You may know me. I'm somewhat of a merchant, noble in the area.
Can't say we've ever met.
Talking out of turn earlier, but You and your companion seem capable. If you can get me out of here, I'll reward you 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Well, we were hoping to get everyone out anyway, but contribution is greatly appreciated.
Call it incentive.
Right. Well, perhaps we should get a move on then. Don't want them to leave us too far behind. As Eldon starts to, push everyone towards where the others were.
As you and your injured new companions head off into the darkness, we'll end the session there.
Not bad.
Fun.
So what do you guys think of your first taste of Wrath of the Righteous?
I'm quite enjoying this. I'm looking
It's
forward to it.
intense in a kind of awesome way.
Hey, Stephen here. Was just checking out our awesome new theme music. If you like it, consider checking out Social Introvert on Soundcloud. It's linked in the show notes below. He's got some great stuff on there. Check him out, you won't regret it. And if you want the awesome music and atmospheric sounds we used in this game, head over to www.Syrinscape.com. They have the best music out there for running all your games. Go ahead, check them out. If you want to follow us on social media, they'll all be linked in the show notes below. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as we all enjoyed making it. We'll be back with you next week for a brand new episode, and I hope you'll join us then. This is Stephen signing out, saying stay safe and have a great day.